What's going on, guys? I haven't really made a video because, man, I went on some major losing. And you know me, I like to talk a lot of shit. You can't talk shit when you're losing. So I had to reanalyze the process, readjust my thought process, and get back to this win streak that I've been on. And I think I'm ready to be public again. But throughout the process of it all, if you follow me on Twitter, you got the news that I'm not posting my full lineup anymore on my Twitter page or anywhere else. I'm not giving out any free. What I will do, I'll break down the slate and come up with a little lineup based on my breakdown of what I see and what I like and stuff like that. But if you follow me on Twitter expecting at 6 o'clock to get the updated fire quality check lineup, it's over for those days, man. And not because I'm salty or anything. It's just that for the last 2 days, it could have been 3, but the last 2 days that I've been winning, I've realized that when I don't give out any lineup advice or anything like that, and I look into the contest that I'm in, it's a different type of ownership, a different type of advantage than when I do. And in my mind, I was thinking like, it's all right because I only have 1,000 followers. There's 150, there's millions of people probably. I don't know the amount of subscribers that Draftkings has, but I'm like, me giving up a lineup shouldn't affect me in any way. It's just because, compared to like a lot of these other channels, I'm only such a small community. But what I think I failed to realize is that, if 1,000 people or 800 people are watching what I'm doing, I would say 100 to 200 of those people, the people that's max entering lineups. And these are people that probably, like I've heard examples, for example, of like 5 DFS players are all friends and they kind of like use each other to their advantage. Only one of them could listen to my video. Now that's 5 times 150 videos lineups out there. So there's many different combinations where my lineups are being replicated and influencing this whole process, that when I lose, I feel bad because it's like a free rake for somebody else. And when I win, it's kind of like a disadvantage to the whole to my profits. So what I'll do is I'll do these breakdowns. I'm on Twitter, man. If you follow me on Twitter and you inbox me, nobody could say that I don't give valuable advice. And I do every single night. I give the realest, most accurate advice when it comes to players. Last night, man, as soon as the game's locked, I didn't want to say it until the game's locked in because I really felt good and I felt like I wanted it to be a sneaky play. But I said, Paul George is going to end this night on top. Where's my phone at? Let me see who ended on top. I know he was on top when I fell asleep. But I had a feeling Paul George is going to end the slate on top. I tweeted it. You go on my Twitter, you see it at lock. Before that game even started, I knew that Paul George was, and you could never know anything in DFS. Let me just make that clear as well, because it's DFS. But based on my analysis, for example, and I'm not going to say all that, but based on my analysis, Paul George was supposed to take down so many slates in the last week, but the games turned into blowouts. Okay, you know how many slates I'm looking, and Paul George is like on fire in the first quarter with like 30 fantasy points, but then by halftime they up by like 30. He don't play in the fourth quarter. He end up with like 40. I'm like, yo. So I know my Nets, and I say, the Nets do not get blown out at home. I know that for a fact. I watch Nets basketball. They do not get blown out at home. They fight, man. I done seen them take it to the Warriors when Draymond and they were healthy. I said the Nets. I said, this is going to be a close game right here. This is the Paul George game I've been waiting for. And look, so be told. So this is the type of advice that you in my inbox on Twitter, you can get from me. But other than that, I'll break down the slates. I'll keep it honest. I'm not going to be one of those guys that's going to give y'all fake advice or anything like that. And I'll even make a lineup on the video just to kind of speak out loud and see what I like and what I don't like. But that updated quality check right before lock news involving all that, I'm not into that. And y'all lucky for that news last night, because I chased none of that chart and I still was in the upper 300s. So imagine Sadaransky and Beal didn't get that extra boost from Wall being out. Imagine that, man. It would have been a crazy night for me, but it'd be like that sometimes. That's why I be hating those nights when Chris Paul rule out, or John Wall. He's a high usage guy. When they rule out, you in for some type of banana goals, and that's what it is. It is what it is. I'm just happy I came out without losing. Hate those kind of nights, but anyway. Let me see if anybody in here chopping it up with your boys. See what they talking about, man. All right. What up, fam? The breakdown is what I like best. Good to see you continue you. Oh, of course. I'm not going to stop breaking down these videos. I love the opportunity to Mamba and DFS. You guys are guys that I know don't even need my lineup. You just come here to chop up some basketball. Your comments contribute to my well-doing. So welcome, man. Continue to come. You the breakdown king. The trolls is real. If you think your lineup is not being maxed out, shit. Clay Davis voice. That's a fact. I already know. Yeah, faded all the Suns players 2 days ago. Yeah, he was in my call for early, and I didn't even catch a video yesterday. Oh, no, I didn't make a video for like a week. Great minds think alike. I'm just mad I was on Cat and hate playing dude. Bro, your money is about to grow. I already know. Yo, somebody been trying to tell me that for the longest. Like, yo, bro, your video got more influence than you really think. But I only got like 1.3 thousand followers. So I didn't really believe it. But anyway, let's get into this. Boston versus New York on the Boston side of the ball. Now, 9K for Kyrie. First of all, before we break down the slate, right? I want to do this first. I want to look at everybody's that's on the top of their salary thing. And I just want to kind of let you guys understand what Draftkings does on these smaller kind of slates, okay? Now, Kyrie Irving is a perfect example of why I want to do this because, well, no, I can't say that. But anyway, it seems like, all right, yes, I can say that, all right? So let's look at his last 10 games. He was 8K. He came out and only dropped 40. They dropped him to 7.7, right? Then, this was a back-to-back game. So peep game, right? So on the 16th, he dropped 71, but they didn't get to rise his price because it was back-to-back. So people probably jumped on it on the 17th. He only dropped 35. But guess what? They got to raise his price based on what he did on the 16th. They put him to 84 from 77, right? And boom, he hit him with a 54. Then he hit them with a 58. So now his price went from 84 to 9 just based on the 54, and then from 9 to 91 based on the 58, right? Then he flopped 25. So they said, all right, he's on this cold streak shit now. So they lowered him 87. Another they left him at 87. He dropped another 50. Boom, he get up to 93, right? And then he gives us a 41 and a 37 at 93 and 87. He gave us a 31 and a 37. How the hell he get back up to 99,000? Only way your price go up is when you do well. When you hit these big games, then yes. But you know why? Because it's a 3-game slate, and they know that it's the Knicks. The matchup matters too. They know it's the Knicks. The Knicks been giving up crazy to point guards, and the matchup matters. It's a small slate. So what they don't want to do is list them at 8,500, and people jump on them. And, they want you guys to get creative. So they want to overprice these guys, which is fine. I'm just showing, right? And everybody else seems pretty appropriately priced. But that Kyrie price killed him, like 9K for Kyrie. Why? Kyrie has been having a few rough games. Boston finally getting healthy. And his teammates are starting to produce better as well. We see guys like Gordon Hayward getting a lot more involved in the game. All right. I like to look at the meat right here. So when you see Gordon Hayward starting to take 16 shots a game, and you can say, oh, that's that one game, which it is. He probably got hot. I believe some folks were out that game. But 5 to 9 shots here. Maybe not. Just one game. You don't want to chase, right? You want to predict, not chase. This is a guy right here that's a nice price. I could hit you with a 30 bomb any given night. And it's a guy right here. But he's taking 7 to 10 shots. He's not really getting to the free throw line. His rebounds is you know what I mean? Not excited, but a 4K Jaylen Brown seems to be too cheap to me until I consider that. Last year, Hayward didn't play. Hayward is heating up. You don't know if he's coming off the bench or so type of stuff, right? So anyway, let's go. Kyrie Irving for 9K. Normally, I don't love it, but on a slate like today, I don't hate it. I wouldn't say he's a lock for that price, but it's a good matchup. The thing with New York, they really see the Nets. I could rely on keeping it close most nights, easy, right? But the Knicks will come out just firing on all cylinders, and then the next they come out really flat. Like I don't understand it. I watched one of their games. They went for like 0 for 13 before they hit a bucket. I'm like, come on, this is NBA. So I don't understand the Knicks philosophy. I try to look to see what other whack teams they played. Like they played the Hawks and they kind of blew them out. Chicago they blew out. So the Knicks could be a blowout too. I'm not gonna lie. It's in Boston. All three of these games look like blowouts to me. I'll keep it 100. But it's in Boston. It's in Boston. I don't know. I don't like to predict blowouts, but this game just funny. So Kyrie Irving I like. The reason I like him is because he's very involved in his team's activities, okay? He does everything. You're going to get mid to upper teens, 15 to 24 shot attempts, all right? You're going to get 9 to 10 rebounds. You're going to get some 9 to 10 assists. You're going to get some rebounds. He's getting to the free throw lines. You're going to get points in the 20s most nights. There's no reason not to like him. Plus, the opponent is easy. So there's a lot going for him. Right? Then we look at some Marcus Smart off the bench. He's averaging more than 4 times his price because there's been some injury stuff going on in his team. But even without it, he's been playing mid-teen. I don't know. I think his minutes have probably dropped. But if he's playing 40 minutes and only getting you 22, you want to be careful now. He came back the next game, played 29 minutes, and still got 35. So he's a 50-50 guy, right? Because New Orleans is a matchup that most people in his position do very well against. You know, Drew Holiday could play defense when he's ready and all that, but I don't know. So it's just if it's not Kyrie, man, or I'll play some Jaylen Brown here. I do like Jaylen Brown. 6K Hayward seems like a trap to me. It seems like his price only jumped because he had 150-point game. Like I said, that's how they do it. The prices, right? A guy can have 27, 28. They leave him around 5K. He get 36. He go from low 5K up into the high 5K. Hit them with another 36. He stay in the high 5K. Hit them with a 5.8. Now he's in the 6K. All right, that's not like him though, man. Don't chase him at his peak price. Just like people have floors and ceilings, these guys have floors and ceilings for price, and this is his ceiling so far for his price. You don't want to hit up a man when he's 6K, the highest he's ever been. So that's just how I feel about that. I'm not touching no Hayward because of that. I just think he's too much. I'd rather go Tatum. But now he's 7K, which is way too much. Way too much. He has never even been in the 40s. 7K, we looking for 40s, and he's never been there. So that's too much, all right? Marcus Morris for 5K. I might can get on board with some of that. He's 27 minutes. He's averaging 28 points, but now his team is back healthy. I don't know if he's going to get that many minutes. I know they've been starting him. Is he starting? He drew another start Monday night. Yeah, they've been starting him. And, you know, against the Knicks, he played 2 games, averaging 27 minutes, and he's averaging 33 points. If they're going to be starting him, power forwards against the Knicks is a thing. I think I like Marcus Morris if he starts, okay? If he starts tonight, it's something that you definitely got to consider. Oh, for sure. If he starts tonight, you got to just consider some Marcus Morris, all right? If not, then I wouldn't take him off the bench for that. But it's 5K Marcus Morris starting is an easy goal for me, easy, especially against the Knicks. All right. Let's check out some Knicks here. Point guards. Now, Kyrie's been getting lit up by a lot of point guards. Moutier has been benefiting because Trey Burke is out. So it's just him and Trier. This Nikola Katina guy, he's not even getting minutes like that. He's getting minutes in the team. So he'll come in every half for a guy to catch his breath. And then Trier and Moutier is who they running at the point guard, which is kind of sad because Phil Jackson was big on this kid out of France and gave up a very high draft pick for him. Man, I shook my head. They could have had Dennis Smith. They could have had so many better players coming out as rookies for the cheap price. Phil Jackson want to go overseas and pick these overseas players. And look at his bum. 0 for 5, 0 for 3, 2 for 6, 1 for 3. He can't even shoot. He's not getting assists. He doesn't. He used to play. He's known for his defense, but he's not getting defensive numbers. So when you get 3 and negative, come on, let's not waste our time talking about Frank. But Moutier, that's what I want to talk about, right? Everybody's big on Moutier. It seems like he's going to be more chalk. I like Moutier tonight. I think Moutier should be considered in play. All right. Reason is in 28 minutes he's averaging, so he's less than a minute in 4 games. The last 4 games, he's less than a minute per game. But now he's getting minutes way high in the 30s because of no Burke, and he's still not doing much, but he could score in the teens, get you some assists, he'll get to the line a little bit, and he'll get you to that 30 for that 5K. I mean, don't let that 5 fool you because it's 5,700, so he close to the 6K. We want mid-30s from him, and he's only done that maybe like once. I feel like he's gonna enter into tonight as a trap. I did pull a trigger on him in 1 out of my 2 lineups that I got, but and it's Kyrie, you know what I mean? But the trend with Kyrie has been a lot of backup point guards killing him, so it might be a trio night. But starting point guard against Kyrie on the road. What's his home and away splits? Look at this. He does way better with the crowd. He's away. He's gonna be in Boston. I just feel like that's a trap tonight, man. I'm not super big on Moutier. Moutier has set me up in the past. Excuse me. Moutier has set me up in the past. And I mean, the last 2 games since old boy has been out, he's been shooting 40 and 50%. That's not really like him, man. Look, 20%, 30%, 40%. Here he shot 50. So if you get him on a good shooting, he seems to do well in good matchups. What happened against Detroit? That's a good matchup for point guards. He went 4 for 13. And then Portland is a tough matchup for point guards. He went 6 for 9. So I don't know. And then here against New Orleans, he go off for 35. I just feel like 5.7 could be trappy. I don't love it. I see a lot of people on him. I've been hearing a lot of Moutier talk. I'm not really on it like that. All right? To move on. Tim Hardaway Jr. is as unstable as they come. The only thing that's going for him, though, is he'll get the minutes. The minutes will be there for him. The points could be in the 20s. It just depends. This 8 assists is fake. Never does he get over 5 assists. He doesn't really even get that many rebounds. I'm not really big on Timmy ever no more. I'm just off of that Timmy. Dotson has been the beneficiary of what's his name being missing. Dotson. And Dotson is a guy, in my opinion, he's blowout proof, for 1. And for 2, even if it stay close, he's still going to get the minutes. He's going to come in and jack up a bunch of shots. And now this is the type of guy I like. Why? Because look at his field goal percentage throughout. 50%, 70%, 55, 78, 50%. So, I mean, the guy could shoot, all right? The guy could shoot, and he seems to be crashing the board for a guard. He's getting 5 to 9 rebounds. He's getting to the free throw line, at least, a trip a game. Woohoo. And he shoots the 3 ball very well, all right? He's a guy that's jacking up 3s. So, and he doesn't really rely on the 3, okay? Half of his shots are 3. 6 out of 12 shots are 3s, 5 out of 9, 6 out of 11, 3 out of 8. So he shoots a lot of 3s, but I mean, he takes some mid-range shots as well. All right? But out of his makes, like 3 out of his 6 makes with 3s, 5 out of his 7 makes with 3s. So yeah, I like this guy. I like his numbers. I like what his trend look like. I think Dotson is a guy that I'll probably pull the plug on tonight. I like Dotson. I think Dotson is in a good spot. Who else? Kevin Knox just had a monster game, so his ownership might be up. I mean, for 4K, he had a 42, and then he came back down to 26. It is Boston, though. In 14 minutes, 2 games, he got 12.9 points. But now he's getting the minutes. He's getting 20s to 30 to mid-20s minutes. So if you're telling me he's a minute per guy, point per minute kind of guy, then, I mean, I think it's interesting. 21 minutes, he got 22. Against Boston, no, he's a rookie. The fact is, though, he had a bad shooting night 2 nights in a row. 9 for 20 is not that bad. 3 for 11, though. Well, he did. He got some rebounds. Boston could be a little bit stingy on the boards, even though they don't got a center. But he never really played big like that. He's like a swing forward. I mean, the 4 assists to me, I think, are kind of fake. 9 rebounds here is what saved him. Here, 26 points is what saved him. I don't love or hate it. 4,500, I think it's worth a shot. I don't love or hate it. I wouldn't call it a lock. But who I do like is Vaughn Lay. I do like Vaughn Lay today. I do think Vaughn Lay getting the starting job against this team in 2 games. He only averaged 26 minutes, and you're getting 34.4. Now, the thing with Vaughn Lay is for that 5K against Washington. He should have did much better. He played 31 minutes against a Washington team that how many rebounds he's averaging? 11 and a half against Boston. And I guess you could say he came 2 rebounds short of hitting value for that 5K price. But he should have did better. A guy like this, when he gets 30 to 35 minutes, like we normally see him. I mean, foul trouble has limited him, but normally when he gets the minutes, we see him in the 40s and 30s. So for him to be getting the minutes against Washington and Milwaukee, shooting the ball very well, it's like, let me see, when he gets 40s, where he had 11, 14, some defensive numbers, right? He needs his defensive numbers here, 16 and 10 with some blocks. I did like Vonleh off first look, but I don't know. I think the emergence of Knox and Moutier jacking up a lot of shots. And no Burke. I don't know, man. I don't know how. I mean, this slate is ugly, but I don't think I'm in a position to go after Vonleh, to be honest. And then Kanter for 6.8 more so got my interest here, right? Because Kanter, what they've been doing with Robinson, guys? He been still getting minutes? I mean, he's not getting any minutes. He's getting minutes in the teens. So it's pretty much the Knox show in New York right now. It's hard to predict what the Knicks are doing with rotations. But it looks like the Knox show right now. I might be inclined to go some Kanter tonight, though, because he's still in the starting lineup. We know that he's an offensive rebound monster. If you get a 19 or 24 from him, though, you'll be sick. And that's, the 38 you could say is a chase. But for the most part, man, this guy gets you into the 30s and 40s. For 7K, nah, I'm good. It's Boston, and I know in 27 minutes he's put up 34, but 34 will still be underwhelming. I like so many centers mostly, but I'll lay off Kanter. That first game doesn't really scream anything to me. Dotson and Morris. Dotson and Morris are the ones who stand out the most to me. And that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. My man said he had 341 on FanDuel main and he did not cash. Yeah, it was that type of night, man. What's good, my guy? Welcome back. Glad to have you back for these breakdowns. Even though I called you hit on Twitter, I play FanDuel, but definitely use your breakdowns. Yeah, I'm here. Knicks played Boston well. They split 1-on-1. Knicks beat them by 8 last time. In the first matchup, the Knicks only lost by 2. I think they keep it close. All right. Yo, Movie Hood was good. You got 329 last night. Yeah, I got somewhere around there too. Barely creeped in the money. New York on some street ball-ish. They just chucking up. Coach don't care. That kid Trier might be a sleeper. Yeah, I think the backup point guards normally go against them well. A lot of the New York players do see minutes though, so always hard to fade them. New York is just iffy, man. Point guard's been doing well against the Cavs. You mean the Celtics? I hear what you're saying on Moutier. Could be a Trier day or a Kanter day or a Timmy or a Dotson or Moutier. Yeah, exactly. Vonleh play better in slow-paced games. And he's from the Boston area. All right. So, I mean, I had Vonleh in one of my lineups. I did. Portland versus Phoenix. People are going to be afraid of this game because it's projected to be a blowout. I think it can and more likely would be a blowout, but the two teams that washed up. Now, Phoenix is clearly a D-League third-string team out there. They got names starting that just sucks. You know what I mean? But the thing, like Lakers washed them up and Sacramento washed them up. When I look at Lakers and Sacramento, I'm not saying they're great teams by any means, but they're teams with a lot of young legs that's just pacing back and forth. And Phoenix, problem is not really their offense. It's really their defense. They don't really have the defense for that. So when teams come out attacking and charging them off the rip, they're gonna end up down because they can't handle it. And then they got rookies handling the ball, a little turnover, fast break, boom. That's how they've been losing. Lonzo playing deals on the ball and on the point guard heavy. Fox is not known for his D, but they just ran them over. This Portland team is not as great as many people might want to give them credit for. And they don't have that run them in the ground stomp type of game. They have a more coach, laid back game, let the game come to them type of deal. play down to their or play up to their opponent. When I look at their they're like on a 5-game losing streak themselves. So they're gonna come out a little bit hungry, trying to get back in the winning column. I look at Dallas beating them. All right. San Antonio, which is a bad team right now. I don't care what anybody says. San Antonio is a bad team. All right. Denver, they lost, which is a great team, and they lucky they were at home, because if they were in the altitude, I think they would have got smacked. They barely beat Orlando. The Clippers beat them. Golden State washed them up. They barely beat the Knicks. You know, when you stay neck and neck with the Knicks, Washington, they handle business, and Minnesota. So this team right here has been losing, man. They're not doing that great, and I just don't see them washing up Phoenix like people imagine. I see them winning. You know, they got like a 14-point advantage in the Vegas predictions or whatever, but some reason, man, I just don't see them now. 10K for Lillard. Oh, that's too much. That's too much. We're never going to even look at his. That's just too much. 10K. Lillard is not a 10K guy. Lillard is a guy that, yes, can come out and get you 57. Even if I get a 51. I mean, 57 on a 3-game slate, I'm not going to lie. I'll take it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't want to. I mean, 3 out of the last 4, he's been around 60. So I guess he deserved that tag. But if we get the regular Lillard 40s to 50s, I think we're in some trouble here, okay? Now, I think Lillard with no CJ, and CJ I think is an ankle, right? Ankle sprain. So looking at the opponents, the Suns, I'm assuming the coach shouldn't say, you know what, we don't even need them that much tonight. This should be an easy win for us and let them sit. But that's just speculation. We don't know until the news drop. But CJ sits, then Lillard automatically gets the boost. Normally, I would say that a guy in these situations not to play him, because teams could just focus in on him and shut down his game. But let's be real, it's the Suns. The Suns don't have any focusing capabilities. Anybody could run them over. So Lillard should be able to shine. I just don't see him. He's like a second half kind of guy or the second quarter when his team is not really doing it. He'll step in and really try to take over on the game. But I don't see them needing him that much for that 10K price. Just me. All right. Evan Turner has been pretty consistent. He's averaging 24. That's what we need from him in the last 4 games. Last game put up 26, 26, 27. The minutes are what concerns me, okay? For one, I like a guy with a little upside. I understand if you get to 25 and you're 4K, I'm happy, all right? But if there's another guy for 4K who can get me to 25 but still got a little 35, 40 upside, I'd rather them, hoping I can get that type of game out of them. And this guy just doesn't have it. But I don't hate him. I think he's a good play. I just don't see him as a lock-in play. I think he's a good play, though. I think he's a very good play. A lot of people see CJ out. They want some Stauskas, which is valid, especially if this game gets into a blowout. And Stauskas getting on them runs, jacking up them threes that he likes. You look at his shot attempts, man. They're mostly threes. 3 out of his 3 shots here with threes. 8 out of his 9 shots with threes. 6 out of his 8 here threes. So this guy, he's just out there just playing like Kyle Korver, jacking up a bunch of threes. So it's a hit or miss. And like I said, Phoenix don't really have the capability to really D up on none of that. So if he's hitting his threes, he could be good for that real min price. A lot of people might jump on it. Evan Turner is in a good spot. I like it. Aminu, a lot of people like him too. And I always like Aminu in grind out situations. All right. I don't know, man. I don't know about Aminu. If he's going to be getting 34 to 36 minutes, look at his field goal percentage. I just don't know Aminu to sustain these field. Look, the guy can shoot 1 for 13 on you. So, I mean, he's at his ceiling for price, and that's what concerns me. But if he gets you another 38 or 34, even 32, you happy. 3 games in a row. I'm never comfortable paying 5K for Aminu. But again, I got to realize on this type of slate, you might want to look for a little 5 times floor, a little upside, which Aminu has. But I'm not going to pay that for Aminu. I just don't think it's real like that. But like I said, you look at his recent numbers, he's doing very well. And Harkless is back. It just can get a little bit weird. Speaking of Harkless, in 22 minutes, you only got 11, 34. He got to 28. That's just to show you how up and down he is. I'm never a big Harkless guy. Harkless burnt me so bad. I think he's in a good spot. He got like 3 points like a year ago, and ever since then, I just said, you know what, I'm not messing with him. So I don't ever pick Harkless. You know, we look at some Zach Collins. That's reaching. That's reaching. We look at Nurkic, right? I don't like the minutes that he gets, but I like what he does with the minutes that he gets. When we get 30 minutes from him, for the most part, against Dallas here, he was a point short of the double-double. But at home, let me see his home and away splits. About 36. He got some 40s upside. And out of the last 10 games, been in the 40s 1, 2, 3, 4 times, right? He's been in the 30s 1, 2 times. And he's been in the 20s 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So that's just to say what you're gonna get out of him. When the matchup is good, though, he seems to do well. Washington, Knicks, good matchups. He did well. Clippers, I would say it's a good matchup, but I've been noticing as of late it hasn't been. And we saw that with Gasol last night. A lot of people got burnt by Gasol. Clippers are really it's fool's gold at this point. Orlando and Denver, he did well. You know, someone told me, and I don't know how true this is, and I don't want to be, you know, racist by any means, but someone told me that Nurkic does best against like European centers and not against like the more black athletic centers. And I've been kind of watching it. Let's see. Cat, failed. Washington, they don't even have a center. I don't even know who's. Maybe Dwight played this game, so that might not be the case. New York, you got Cantor, right? And then let's see. The Clippers, Orlando's Vucevic. Denver, Jokic. Let me see. San Antonio. Tonight he's going up against the rookie. I mean, I don't love it. I don't really love too many centers on this slate like that anyway. Yeah, I'll probably say Nurkic is just 7K again. That's like near his ceiling. For Nurkic is near his ceiling for price. 73, 74. He's normally in the 6. I think I like him more in the 6. I don't know if I could go after a 7K Nurkic. All right, Phoenix. Oh boy, I'm gonna do Phoenix last. All right, let me see what y'all talking about out here, man. Please don't tell me you're picking Nurkic again. Yeah, initially I did want to, but now I'm starting to reconsider on that Nurkic. Can't lie. Nurkic concerns me. Bro, the Suns are having a hard time scoring 100 points, even with Booker. You're right. Cantor floor isn't too bad. His upside is nice, though. Yeah, I'm starting to like Cantor. Yeah, the Suns can't score worth a damn. Plus, they're missing Warren. Turner might start if McCollum is out. I like Turner even if he play. Yeah, Turner's not a bad play. Yeah, it might be a blowout. Suns are not playing defense. That Houston game is interesting. I think so. I like a couple players from that game. I'm about to dig into it right now. Oh, man. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. See what y'all talking about. That Houston Heartless can get you 20. Yeah, I bet. I don't mind fading Heartless, man. I'm not really a big Heartless guy. I don't really like him. But I'm not playing no upside. Yo. Courtney Lee minutes should trend up, 4th low price. What you think? I'm going to check it out just now. Do we see 30 minutes from Nurkic against the Suns? I pass. I like Phoenix, Portland. Game stack for the GPPs. No one would play this due to the blowout. Ayton might D up on Nurkic. I'll play 1 or 2 bench guys. Yeah. I'm going to get into that Phoenix last. Courtney Lee is interesting. Let's take a look. How many minutes he's been playing? 8. He only came at that one game. And played 16. Courtney Lee is more like a coach on that team, man. He's more like coaching. He's like he realized he's not part of the future. He's really there for mentorship. I don't really believe in Courtney Lee like that. Let's check out Utah though. I think Utah Get smacked. That's just my prediction. Get smacked by more points than Phoenix does tonight. Honestly, at home and all that. I just seen Utah lose by 50 points. They've been doing decent. I look at their last couple games and see the scores. They blew out San Antonio, but San Antonio is just as bad. Lost to Miami. Indiana, shorthanded to Oladipo, washed their ass up. They beat them. They lost to the Lakers. They lost to the Kings here. Who beat them by 50? They lost to Indiana. I don't know. I just don't think Utah is that good. All right. Now, a lot of people have been asking me about Gobert. I'm against Gobert tonight, 100%. Just going to show you guys a couple stats. And, you know, these numbers could say one thing and then you go out there, these guys perform. But the reason I'm telling you to use caution with Gobert is the first one is the most easiest one to show is that he plays better away. His home average is 37.8, which is concerning. But let's not just stop there, right? Let's check out some all right, what for Gobert to do nice. First of all, in the last couple of games, even in this close game in Miami, which is a similar matchup for him, he only takes 7 to 9 shots, right? Here he took 12 to 14. I get it, 7, 11. But for the most part, you're getting mid single digit shot attempts from this guy, okay? He did just get to the line quite a bit. He gets to the line, all right? But it seems that he really hits value when his rebound numbers are over 15. Whenever his rebound numbers are less than 15, you're gonna have a hard time getting value out of this guy, okay? He's not giving you 20 points per game. He's gonna get you when he close to 20 rebounds, that's when you get value from this guy. Now somebody said to me, yeah, but that's all Houston does is jack up shots, okay? Now that's valid. Let's check out some numbers. Let's look at some numbers without spreadsheets. I don't really have access to those things, but NBA opponent stats, right? Opponent stats. Let's go back here for a second. When it comes to opposing team rebounds, Rockets are lower 7. They're only giving up about 42.8 per game, okay? The high is 49 and the low is 41 for league average sake, okay? So they're not giving up that many rebounds, okay? Now, NBA team stats. The person that said to me that their Rockets are throwing up a bunch of threes, they're right. When we look at 3-point attempts per game, it's the Houston Rockets, okay? When we look at offensive rebounds per game, the Rockets are not really on top of this list. I'm surprised because I'm going to show you another stat just now. They're like in the middle of the pack, right? I guess. Where they at? Where y'all at, man? All right, number 11. So the top half of the pack, right? They're not really giving up that many. They're not pulling down too many offensive rebounds. And they really suck at defensive rebounds as well. Right? But I look at NBA player stats, right? And what I realized was that Clint Capella leads the league, well, top 3 at least, right? In offensive rebounds per game. Oh, why it's not letting me sort it right here? Something not right. NBA offensive rebound leaders. Clint Capella's up there, man. So offensive rebounds per game. Clint Capella's top 3. So he's cleaning up the offensive rebounds. I don't know. I'm just saying to be careful with this guy today. He played them already in 34 minutes. Took 5 shot attempts. And he got 13 rebounds. He got about 37.8. He only scored 12 points that game. In the last couple games, he didn't score. Again, if you get a 20-point performance from him, a 23-point, I think you'll be in good shape. People are just going to see these recent numbers, and rightfully so. But you look at these matchups. Miami was a tougher one for him, I could suppose. Whiteside is supposed to be a rebounder, but Charlotte has been tough on centers too. Brooklyn was easy. Indiana's been tough on centers. Sacramento has been easy. Lakers, look, this was a Lakers, guys. It's the Lakers. He only got 24. Sacramento, another team that's giving it up crazy to centers. He only got 40. So I would use caution with Go. I just got a bad feeling about Gobert tonight. Really not into Gobert like that. I think Clint Capella might be what I want, and that's about it. But I've been wrong before. Donovan Mitchell. I mean, he's appropriately priced. All right. In this game, he only played 25 minutes because they blew out the Spurs, so he still got to 30. Against Miami, he shot 8 for 24. The fact that he shot the ball 24 times, I like that. He just had a bad shooting night, and he only scored 18 points. If he would have scored a little more, he'd have probably been in the mid-30s, which is not bad. He does have the 40 upside. See, here and here, he shot the ball 20 times, made a little more shots. He was in the 40s range. Here he got 6 assists, which, Rubio takes care of that. Here he got 4 steals, which, let me see something. Those 4 steals might be fake for him, though. I don't really know him for 4 steals. This 3-game slate is so corny. I just came back on because people been missing me. Opponent steals. So the teams giving up the most steals are the Hawks, Suns, Maverick. The Rockets are up there, so I guess you can expect a steal or 2. But I don't know about 4. Here he had to score 35 real life points. That's not easily done. What he did here, Boston. For 7K, I don't hate him tonight, man. I think at home, what's his home and away split? He does a little better at home. On a slate like this, when everybody's overpriced, the guy is reasonably priced. I don't hate him. I don't love him either. I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate him or love him. But for his sake, we'll consider him for right now. Nah, not yet. He'll be the last one in. These guys that I don't love, he'll be the last one in. Ingles has been heating up low key. A lot of people don't really look at Ingles, Joe Ingles, but he's been heating up. He's just very inconsistent. I mean, in the season, he's averaging near 6 times value. That's promising, right? In the last 6 games, averaging about 28 for 5K. I'll take it, I guess. In 31 minutes against this team, he's put up 35 recently. 33, 26, 19, 25. I wouldn't call him a lock, but he's interesting. Crowder, I think they put him back in the starting lineup, and he's been doing well there. For 5K, we just want 30. The San Antonio game, he only played 20 minutes, so we could excuse that. But other than that, 31. Since he's been in the starting lineup, getting 30 minutes, he's been getting 30 points for about 4.9. What position does he start at? When did they play? That's a big deal. If he starts at power forward, which I don't think he does because Favors does. He starts at small forward. What is he doing? He's out there jacking up a bunch of threes. He's getting some rebounds, some assists. Let me see. 19 to 24 points, taking 15 to 13 shots. This game, he took 2 for 3. Let me see something here. Yeah, 14 shots, 9 shots. He'll get you some numbers. I like Crowder. I think I could lock in Crowder today for that price, for that player that nobody's really looking at. He's getting a starting job in this kind of matchup. But no, I'm not gonna lock him in because Houston's back to playing defense. They got rid of Melo, this Ennis kid, and all these guys. They really play defense and bodying up on defense. Houston game plan is let Capella, Harden, and Chris Paul worry about the scoring. And y'all just D up and get us the ball, and that's it. So I'm afraid of Houston. This guy here, though, man, for that solid 20, something that you know you're gonna get every game. He even played them and had 8 rebounds, 8 points. block here and there. I don't see that being a problem tonight again. Other than this one game in the last 10, I mean, this guy is pretty solid to get you near 24. All right. And the favors I like for that. I like that he's consistent. I think I like him a little more. How many minutes is he getting? These guys are not getting minutes though, man. Yeah, I can't lock in the guy getting 18 to 23 minutes. I mean, he has to come out and really get going. And it's hard to expect that from him. And Gobert I spoke about. Really don't like this slate, man. But anyway, Houston. James Harden for 10.8. I think that's a little overpriced. Now that Chris Paul is back, you're going to get 40s from him. You might nick into the 50s a little bit, but expect 40s. Even this for 11K, if I get 50, that's not even 5 times value. That's 4.5. I don't love it. All right, 11K is too much. But Chris Paul, I love. Why? Because he didn't play them the first game out. But this guy is solid for that price, man. 7K range is too. We just need low 40s for that. And the last game against Minnesota, they lost only because he shot the ball very bad. Chris Paul is an integral part of these people's success, and we've been seeing that. All right, his assist numbers were down, his points numbers were down. He did get some steals, which I think he'll get tonight. It's my favorite play, one of my favorite plays. Him and Capella are my favorite plays on this slate, to be honest. But if we excuse this poor shooting performance when the team just didn't have it in them, and we look at the other games here, we see a guy that's just touching 40 on a nightly basis, man. Chicago, 40. San Antonio, 40. And the reason I like this kind of play here is because some games he'll get you 20 points, some games he won't, right? Some games he'll get you near 20 points, some games he won't. Some games he'll get you double-digit assists, some games he don't. What happens if we get the 20 point with the double-digit assists, right? That's mid-40s, easy done. We know you can rack up assists. His season average is 39 for 7K. It's like how I felt about Lowry last night. Lowry didn't really do too well, but I think Chris Paul could do well tonight. I like Chris Paul tonight. Definitely going to check out some Chris Paul. That hamstring has been an issue for him, but I'm not too worried about it. This guy, he'll get you some rebounds, assists, some defensive numbers. He'll score. I think he should get to the line some more. I don't know why he's not. He's old. He's old. He ain't trying to drive to the basket, enjoy any contact. He's trying to facilitate, jack up some shots. I think Rubio is a smaller body on him. You know, whenever he has small bodies on him, he seems to do well. Sacramento. Yeah, I like Chris Paul tonight. I think Chris Paul is good to go. Eric Gordon. In 39 minutes, he only put up 22 against this team. I don't really like Eric Gordon when this team is fully healthy, to be honest with you. PJ Tucker for 4K might be interesting. These are the type of players I'm looking at on this slate again. He just had a tough game, but the fact that he played 37 minutes is nice. He's getting rebounds. Rebounds might be hard for him to come by. But he shot 1 for 7. He had a tough game, but he's a 23. Him and Favors are in the same boat here. He's just a guy that if you just need something for some solid 20 to 25 points, maybe on a good night, he'll get you a little more. You can look at him. Anderson, these guys, again, they just there to play defense. So these guys are there to play defense and get the ball to the scorers. All right. Next guy here that I love, though, is Clint Capella. And just like I felt about Paul George last night, I think Clint Capella got a very decent, legitimate chance of coming out this slate on top tonight. All right. In 37 minutes, he only got 33 against them. People might look at that and say, oh, I'm not too convinced. I'm not loving it. But the fact of the matter is, Chris Paul didn't play this game, as we saw, right? Clearly. And remember, I only like him when Chris Paul is in. I only play Clint Capella when Chris Paul plays. Chris Paul didn't play that game against Utah. So that's one thing to really keep your eye on. Second thing is, he still got 12 rebounds in this game, all right? And 2 blocks and 1 steal. The only thing is he only got 10 points. We're not seeing 10 points from Capella no more. We're seeing mid-20s, 18, 20s, 18. When Chris Paul plays, this guy's going to get 14 to 16 shot attempts. He only shot the ball 9 times that game. All right. He's taking way more shot attempts now. He's getting rebounds. He's getting a little bit of assist. I mean, they playing him inside out sometimes, having posting up, dishing. He's getting a block every single game in the last 10 games. He's gotten blocks, multiple blocks in some games. A couple games, they get you a steal, double-digit steals. This guy is like a fantasy dream tonight. He's my biggest lock play of the game. I love me some Clint Capella tonight. I love me some Clint Capella tonight. All right. Don't. I love Clint Capella tonight. And that's it for the people that I really think I want to get into these lineups. Now let's check out this Phoenix game. Let's see what y'all talking about here, man. Let's see what y'all talking about. Do we see 30 minutes? Oh, I read all that already. I think Capella and Gobert cancel each other. I'll take my chances with Cantor. Nah, Capella gonna ball, man. Trust me. Capella's gonna ball out, Doug. Don't miss that Capella 50 bomb tonight. I'm telling you, man. You're gonna need that. On a slate like tonight, you're gonna need that Capella 50 bomb. Only way I don't play Capella is if Chris Paul rule out, then I'm gonna just go James Harden and put a bunch of scrubs around him and just cross my fingers. Is Josh Jackson viable? I'm about to check it out. If I'm gonna play Favors or Crowder, I'll take Holmes. Yeah, let's check out the Phoenix Suns, man. Phoenix Suns got some stuff that we should probably be looking at, right? Let's start the point guard. This Okobo kid is bad. I don't like him. I think he sucks, okay? He had like one game where he went off for like 33, shot 8 for 12, got 3 steals. And people were like, oh, Okobo is all right. But at the end of the day, it's all falls. You know what happened here? It's the first game that he got 30 minutes. All right. They threw him out there. There was no scouting on him. They were getting blown out. He just ran on the floor against the Clippers who like to run. Lou Will probably was out there playing no defense. He's jacking up a bunch of shots, having shooting practice. And he made 8 for 12. All right. He got 4 assists and 3 steals, which are all fake. For 4K, that is a trap. I would not play Elio Okobo tonight. No. All right. But Melton now, I like this guy. You know why I like this guy? Because when I look at all his games that he played, he seems like a point per minute kind of guy. All right. In 20 minutes, he shot the ball very bad. For a guy to shoot 3 for 12 and still get to 18 fantasy points means that he's not just shooting. He's out there doing more than that. Right? He's out there getting some. So that's impressive. In 10 minutes, he got us about 9. All right. In 10 minutes, 4 minutes, 2, 8 minutes, 10. And then 23 minutes, he got us all the way to 34. Still getting me some defensive numbers. And just shooting the ball well. This last game, at least. Again, when these guys play and there's no scouting report on them, they're going to do well. But after 1 or 2 games, teams are going to start to realize what their weaknesses are. They're going to attack them, and they're going to adjust. That's what it is. It's about film sessions and adjustments. So they have 1 game's worth on this guy. I mean, blowout or not, he's going to have to play minutes, period, because they don't really have the staff. And I think Okobo is that bad that he's going to get more minutes. So give me some Melton for that price. I'll take Melton for that, for sure, okay? And then Bridges. Oh, boy. Bridges, another guy. Can't shoot like that, all right? But for 4K, shot 3 for 12. Look, he played defense. And I know this guy plays a lot of defense. I like Bridges tonight as well, right? I'm not going to lie. I do like Bridges. The minutes are going to be there for him. Closer now. I think even if the game gets out of it, I think he starts. He started this game in a big blowout and still got 34 minutes. Type of guy I want, right? Give me him. Give me some Bridges. Let me get back Morris in there. If Morris starting against the Knicks, I want to take that. All right, give me some Bridges on Phoenix. Bridges, Melton. And then this Jackson kid I pass, respectfully so. All right, this kid will play you 38 minutes and get you 33 points, and that's fake. All right, 7 assists, 9 rebounds. That's fake for me. I hate playing this kid. I really, 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 really hate playing this kid. I despise this kid. I think he sucks. Year after year, the same thing happens, and he gets all these opportunities. And he just burn holes in your pockets. Oh my God, I hate playing this kid. Oh, he's just bad. He's just bad. What they say in the comments about it? I thought I read. Look, at this stage, he appears more of a negative than a positive. There's no energy surrounding this guy. He just sucks, man. Oh my God, that sucks. I don't care if he go for 50. I'm not playing What's his name? Just Josh Jackson, I'm not playing him, guys. I'm not playing him. I wouldn't touch him tonight. I wouldn't touch. Oh man, he's so bad. He's so bad. He's so bad. So bad. So bad. Ooh, the kid is bad. All right, Rashad Holmes. All right. I'll be careful for this guy as his price starts to rise. I know he's been 26, 29, 28, and all that, but the minutes, man, the minutes matters. The minutes matters. He's not really getting that many minutes. I liked him when he was a value play. He was like 3.8, 3.5, 3.6, but now he's 4.3 because of the way he's been doing, and rightfully so. I mean, here he got the double bonus. He barely made it to that. Right, 1 rebound. All right. Here, 4 blocks and 3 steals. That's 14 points worth of stuff. So if he got none of that, we'd have got something like this here. In 16 minutes, he got to 18, which is still good. In 16 minutes, 18 minutes, he got. Yeah, you got to play this. You got to play. And there's so many ways he can get to it. The minutes should be there for him. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. All right. And then we got to give Ayton some considerations. We got to give Ayton some consideration here, man. Boy, for 6,700, we need mid-30s. Not against Nurkic. I think Nurkic plays a little better defense than he's been getting credit for. And then, nah, I ain't messing with the rookie tonight. I think that's a nice price on him, though. I think that's a nice price on him. So the Suns I like are Bridges, Melton, and Holmes. I could give those 3 a shot tonight. So I love Chris Paul and Capella. And that's about it, all right? So we got to fill the last spot here in this little lineup that I'm generating on YouTube. I would say out of all these guys here that I like, I mean, because I think Gobert is a trap, I really want to stay away from him. You might want to look at some Kyrie, which is overpriced. So to be the safe bet, it's probably looking at like some Nurkic, Kanter maybe. I mean, you can't deny that he's averaging 6 times on the season almost. You know, he's had his good and his bad, but in 2 games, which is a pretty good sample size, and just 27 minutes, he's mid-30s. We know he's a rebound monster. He's a double-double threat any given night. A couple games here, he didn't get the rebound, but these are teams. Milwaukee, he should have got the double-digit here, but he didn't seem too much involved in that game. Washington is a team that he should get rebounds. He did. In these 2 games, he's averaging 12.5 rebounds in just 27 minutes. Philly and Embiid body kind of affected him. Detroit, Memphis. Center's been killing Memphis. New Orleans, double digit. Boston right here, he got 10 and 10, 25. So let me see something. 25, and he's averaging 34. So I mean the first time they played, he was in the 40s. Because if they played 2 games and he just got 25 on this last game right here, that means the first game that they played, it was like 45 to average it out at 35, right? So yeah, give Kanter some love. Let's show Kanter some love today with our Capella play right here. We got 4,800. I will leave the Phoenix trio. I think the Phoenix trio is going to be vital. You're going to need those Phoenix players getting those heavy minutes. You might want to upgrade. If you ask me, it'll probably be Dotson. Get some Kyrie maybe. No, you don't need Kyrie. You could save $1,400. You could throw some Mitchell in there. Now you got 2K left. And then I don't know what you want to do here now. You can get some I think Kyrie's gonna be necessary tonight. For some way or the other, you want to get Kyrie in the lineup, man. You might have to come off some Morris, move up Holmes. So you have Kyrie, Chris Paul, and Mitchell. That's not a bad start. All right, what's Melton? Is he a small forward? No. Bridges is. Holmes a forward. Bridges, Mitchell. I might have to come on. Let's just get Kyrie in there. All right, Kyrie, Mitchell, Kanter, Capella. Yeah, I like it. I like it. But then we still short. So I don't know. You have to really like crunch into these numbers and see what you like. But that's the end of this breakdown, man. I'm done off this for right now. Let me take y'all comments before I get out of here, man. Play centers against Houston. They shoot so much rebounds. We'll be there every night. Yeah, but they don't give up that much rebounds either. They don't shoot. They don't give up that many rebounds. They shoot a lot, but they don't give up a lot of rebounds. The way Capella crashed those boards, I don't know. I just don't like Gobert tonight. Just me. Oh, yeah, I forgot y'all, DK. Favors, Gobert stack. I'm good. Is Josh Jackson viable? Not for me. If I'm going to play good breakdown, bro. Got to get back on this clock. Lock Holmes in. Holmes solid. Definitely play Bridges, Dotson, or Holmes. If you had to pick one, Holmes, Bridges, Dotson. I would say Bridges or Bridges. Bridges for the minutes. Go with the minutes, man. Do you ever play FanDuel? Nah, not like that. This slate, bum ass, but I'm gonna play 2 lineups and that's it. LOL. Yeah, that's what I got. I got a little 2 lineups and all that, and that's it. It is a whack slate, man. I'm out of here though, man. I'm gonna chop it up with you guys. Hit me on Twitter, man. If y'all want my advice, my opinion, hit me up on Twitter. Other than that, I'm out. Peace.